Hey.
Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Did You Max Jump with Sandy and CMOORE. We got 7 questions for Katarina Pantovic today. And I'll let Sandy fire out the first one.
Kat, are you TikTok famous yet?
No. I'm saying I'm like shocked right now because I have one video and it has like 4 likes. So
Is that your best?
no.
Is it you only have one that you've made?
Yeah.
How many views does it have?
20
Because
views.
I've been in one TikTok and my TikTok has like 8,000 views. So I'm a pretty big deal.
No, I'm really nowhere near TikTok fame.
Okay, that's okay. You had volleyball fame coming up for you, Kat.
Yeah.
Don't worry about TikTok.
Yeah. Great
Okay.
question.
Okay, Kat. So at what point in your life did you decide that you were going to go full high performance volleyball is your thing? You're going all out for volleyball.
Well, for me, there were 2 points. The first one was when I tried out for Thunder in grade 5, and I made it to the 3rd tryout, and then I got cut. Well, for obvious reasons. I mean, I was in grade 5, but for some reason, I was just so mad. I was like, I want to play high performance volleyball. Like, this is what I want. So that next year, I think I joined the OVAL program, which was supposed to be for high school students, but my school started at 9, so elementary school started at 9, so I was able to do it. So that's when I really decided, like, I want to see what this high performance stuff is all about. And then the second time when I really decided to ramp up my high performance training and focus on nutrition, mental training, and more stuff in the gym was in grade 9 when I got cut from something again. It was the youth national team tryout for a year up, which obviously I didn't make it again for obvious reasons, but I always wanted to strive for really big things. So that really kind of instilled this hard work ethic and high performance athlete mindset in me.
It's a great answer, Kat.
Yeah.
And now, when you got cut in grade 5, what grade were the rest of the girls in? Like, or the majority of them?
7.
Yeah, okay. So that's what you mean for
7.
obvious reasons you got cut. You're just substantially younger.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What is your favorite volleyball story?
That's not
Ooh.
national team related.
Yeah.
Oh, story. Like, do you want a funny story or just like an accomplishment?
Sure, whatever.
Whatever is your favorite story.
Right now, you're spinning through your head. You're like, oh man, I loved when that happened, or I loved when our team.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a funny one. In U14, we were at a Super Series tournament, and it was like, no, sorry, provincials. Like, it was pretty like official refs, official scorekeepers, and I remember they were like fighting over the score. Like, I think might have been wrong, and everyone, like, the whole game stopped, and little 13-year-old me was like, I just want to play. Like, why is this taking so long? So I went up to the scoreboard and I flipped the score myself. I was like, guys, like, this is the score. And everyone was like, whoa, 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 like, what are you doing? Like, stop flipping the score here. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I knew what the score was. And then that was just really embarrassing because then shortly after I realized what I had done, and the ref, like, I think he gave us a yellow card. And
So
yeah, that was like one of my funniest moments.
So, Kat, is that the reason why for like ever, basically since I've known you, minus last year, I think was the first time you started doing it. Is that why no matter what happened, you'd always look to the ref before you celebrated?
Maybe. Might have been some PTSD from that.
Just so everybody knows, I was coaching Kat in high school, and she would like go grade 9 playing on the senior team, and she'd go like OT a setter and hit the ball like 4 meters, land. The whole team's going bananas, And she like looks at the ref to wait for them to signal for the point, and then they signal for the point. She's like, "Yay!"
I didn't realize I did that.
Yeah, you did that for like the whole year. It was
Oh,
hilarious. I don't know if
my
it was just because you were playing on a
God.
senior team or you had some PTSD from a moment when you got a yellow card for flipping the score,
Yeah.
which I didn't know. I didn't know that.
What
It
I do
was
like a follow-up
not
is
something.
I feel like, Kat,
Mhm.
you're always good about knowing the score in games at practice and tournaments, which is fantastic.
That's
You tell
true.
everyone you need to know the score of the games all the time. Do not ever lose track for that reason. That's great. Thanks, Kat.
Yeah. Anytime.
Um,
Yeah.
is it who's quite my question?
It's you, CMOORE.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, how did you like? What was the recruiting process like, and why did you end up settling on Cal?
Mm. Okay. So I started reaching out to schools in end of grade 10, and I got, not gonna lie, it's kind of stressful, like, because I was kind of doing it myself. Like, I didn't really have a recruiting coordinator person. Like, I'd sending the emails out to everyone, and over time I got in touch with a lot of Pac-12 schools and a few Big Ten schools. So I went on a few visits and had lots of calls over the phone with coaches to get to know them and the school. And I think you can add to this. Cal actually emailed you. I don't know, they emailed somebody, but I remember you told me, and that's how I first got in touch with them.
So Cal,
And
interestingly enough,
yeah.
Cal contacted me through John Mayer from LMU, who was recruiting you hard. So,
Oh, I
but
did not
he
know
knew
that.
that you wanted to go Pac-12. So I guess he was talking to another coach, and
Oh,
that's kind of
that's
how
so
that
nice.
came through. Because there's a lot of coaches, especially the beach coaches down in the States. They're very, beach culture. We're all nice people.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, that's really nice. But after that, I got on a FaceTime call with the Cal coaches. They showed me a tour of like campus and told me what their values were. And after that, I was immediately interested. And the reason why I chose Cal is because it's always been my dream to play for a Pac-12 school. And Cal gave me the option of playing both indoor and beach volleyball, which was what I wanted. And they had 6 graduating players the year that I would come in. So having the opportunity to compete for a starting spot, like at least having that option, like to be able to compete for starting lineup on a Pac-12 team instead of being deep down in the bench on another team, was very appealing, obviously. And it's a very academically inclined school, which is really good. And yeah, love the coaches, love the girls. Met them all on my visit, and I felt like it was the right fit.
What are they offering there as far as a course load that you're interested in doing?
So like what I got into and stuff.
For school, yeah.
For school, so basically I'm going into their College of Letters and Sciences. So that you can take a lot of different paths. They don't, I wanted to do kinesiology, but they don't have that. They have more advanced versions, which is almost like there's a thing called integrative biology, which is really similar to pre-med. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go into that yet, but for now I'm taking prerequisite courses starting this summer, and will then decide what science major I'd like to go into.
Well, that's great. Okay. So I got a kind of a 2-part question here. So how are you staying active right now that we're kind of in lockdown? And then how do you jump so high?
Oh, so for the active part, at first I only had like my indoor bike, a TRX band, and like a few dumbbells. And after a few days, I was like, Dad, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, we have to buy stuff to work out with. So we went to a fitness store and bought a barbell, plates, med balls, resistance bands, like all this weightlifting equipment. So I've been using that a lot. I've been doing lifts 2 to 3 times a week, and cardio on my bike or sprints 4 to 5 times a week. And I've also been doing core exercises and shoulder exercises every day because I just have so much free time, like might as well. So that's how I've been staying active. And as far as my jumping, my jumping is something that I've always been working on. Like that's like my biggest work on right now. But one thing that helped me with jumping was plyometric training and doing lifts, like cleans and snatches, but it was like heavy, but not high rep, like low rep, but heavy load. So that's what I've been doing right now at Oval. And another thing, ankle strength and calf strength, ankle hops, skipping rope hops, just using it as a warm up for everything really helps me like activate those muscles to make sure that I max jump even like at the end of a long 5-set game, which is something that I pride myself for. I really try and max jump every time.
It's almost like that's been drilled into your head by somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, in summary, what I heard there is jumping is a skill. You can work on it. You need to build and work and work and work. So,
Kat, I have a question.
Yeah.
No, you go ahead, finish, because
I was just gonna say it's not a skill. Like I used to. Okay, here's a picture. Let me find it. I used to have a really low, like, this is me trying to block. Like I don't think.
But
I don't think I'm over. I'm over the net.
That tells me jumping is a skill. Just
exactly.
like everything else.
You've got better.
You can work on that skill, right? You've set your time, you set a focus on your own to get better at that skill, right? You said you're working on it in the gym, you're weightlifting, you're doing those calf hops, you're mobilizing, you're trying to get better.
Yeah.
So you can try to get stronger. So it's a skill. It's like anything else. Yeah.
So I don't know if all of our viewers are going to know this, but Kat, you live in Yaletown.
Yeah.
In an apartment building.
Yeah.
Right? So where's all your weightlifting equipment? You just like doing clean and jerks in your bedroom, or?
I tried doing that, and I tried putting pillows on the ground and like mattresses. So because like it gets to the point where you have to drop the weight. But then I realized that was not as effective as I thought it would be. Like it was still really loud, and I felt really bad for my neighbors. So I went to the parking lot, and there was so many free space for some reason. I was like, oh my God, I can just use this. Like there's so much room, and I can just drop the weight as loud, like as loud as possible, and it wouldn't really distract anyone. So
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you're lifting weights in your underground.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I do the rest up here.
2 minutes, Seymour.
Okay. Next question. Who do you now look up in the volleyball world? Who do you look up to in the volleyball world? And when you first started with Side Out, who did you look up to then? Is it the same person, or has it changed over the years?
Okay. So right now I look up to Sarah Pavan. I don't know, is that how you say your last name? Because I know she played for Nebraska in college, so she did lots of indoor, and I think she did indoor national team, and now she's a stud on the beach, and she's going to the Olympics, and that's something that's kind of what I've envisioned my dream pathway to be like. So I really look up to her and like how she got to where she is today. And when I was at Side Out, I looked up, like when I first went to the first tryout, when I was really, really young, Sarah P was there. And I really looked up to her because, I don't know, like I feel like, we had the same last name. So I was like, well, I want to be like the older Pantovic. And I still look up to her today because of all of her, like she has so much valuable advice about mental training, nutrition. So I still look up to her to this day. And she's honestly kind of like my sister, even though we're not related. I would still call her like my sister just for fun.
Not every Pantovic is related, right?
No.
Okay, well, we only got 20 seconds left. So, Kat, we got to say thank you very much. We loved it. Quickly, 10 seconds, advice for young girls coming up.
So okay, I might sound like a broken record saying this, but the real deal breaker for me was setting goals for myself and journaling. I know it might sound cheesy, but journaling really, really helped me. Let me just, these are all my journals that I had throughout my years of
Okay.
playing club volleyball.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kat, that's amazing. Thank you very much. We're out of time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.